Right, well, welcome to a new UPbuild Garage video. So in this one we're going to be carrying on work on our Mazda MX-5, or if you're from the other side of the pond, you know it as the Miata.
Yeah, well, what we're going to do now is we're going to get the body built up with hybrid primer and block sanded back. We've got some lovely new blocks we've bought and that for sanding it back.
Perfect.
And the big ones, you know, stretch it well across.
Make a
and
perfect
get it
job.
Nice and level right through.
Absolutely. And then we'll get it all ready for paint. So we're going to put the primers on top of that, sealer primers, and then get it all wet sanded back. Anyway, enough chatting. You're going to see all that in this episode, so let's crack on with it.
Yeah, let's crack on then.
Right then, I thought I'd film you another bit of an update on where we're getting to with the MX-5. So in the last one, you saw us, I think we had it all stripped down completely, and we had the, we started rubbing the body down. I was working on those back arches, so I've finished working on those back arches, nearly finished, and getting the car completely rubbed down now, all down in 40 grit, then 80 grit, and then I've got a coating of, we'll put a coating of epoxy primer put on the whole of the body on the car. Put the car inside and put it up on the quick jacks just to make it a bit easier for working on the quick jacks, which I thought was a good idea. And then so obviously, yeah, so sort of made a very temporary spray booth. We're going to make a better spray booth. I've mentioned that a few times. We're going to do like a proper framework of a spray booth for to actually put the colour on. I just wanted to get some primer on the body, so made a bit of a spray booth in here. So yeah, so the epoxy primer, and then obviously then we'll put the filler primer on, and that's where it is now. Actually, we've got 5 coats of filler primer on. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show you at the same time. My dad hasn't seen it with any primer on at all. I'll flick you to the shot anyway, so I've just filmed a little shot of my dad seeing it for the first time. Little surprise, like see surprised face as he sees it in primer.
Stayed that right, didn't I?
Ah. You alright?
You alright then?
Good, yeah. Oh yeah.
Very good. Good. We've got to see this masterpiece.
Masterpiece, eh?
Wow, that looks loads better, doesn't it? That's lovely, that, hey, that's coming great.
Looks better, doesn't it? See it?
Oh, way aye.
In the one colour.
Oh, heck aye. Oh, that's fantastic, that.
It's alright.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
It's not perfect, needs a little work. So
oh, well, yeah, well, the jobs are finished.
Yeah, but compared to how
we're working on it.
Just nice seeing it at this stage.
Yeah, just nice to see it at this stage, you see it.
All new arches in the back and then it's all getting ready for paint.
That's lovely, that. Way aye. Brilliant.
It's quite satisfying, isn't it, seeing it?
Oh, isn't it?
I mean, it's not even in colour, it's just in primer.
Yeah. Nice to see it there.
Oh,
lovely.
The section of it.
Oh, that's lovely, that, eh? A fantastic job of that.
It's alright, man.
Wow.
So that's a coat of epoxy primer on it, and then I'll put 5 coats of filler primer on it.
Yes.
But it's alright then, you reckon, eh?
Oh, heck aye.
Good.
Way aye. Wow, that's good, that.
I think he approves. That's on camera. Right then, there we go. We'll just get ourselves back from picking all our supplies up. We'll just meet the paint shop and pick all the bits and bobs up. So we've got, actually, give me dad the camera. I'll show you what we've got. We needed some more epoxy primer, so we'll be using that in a bit. We've got the colour. I'll show you the colour. In the camera, and dad will see the colour. So, I mean, you know what the colour's going to be, but it's always nice to see it, isn't it, in the tin. Don't see it much myself, to be honest. Oh, nice. Get a little stick, mixing stick. Something nice about seeing the paint again. Looks good, like, doesn't it?
It looks lovely, doesn't it?
Looks lovely.
Oh, that's lovely and bright, isn't it? Lovely and bright,
that should hopefully be a good match for. So what we did was we took the boot lid down with it, and my dad polished a couple of panels up, and they're having a scanning. We forgot to film it when we were there. We should have filmed it when we were there, but they've got the scanning tools to scan the colour. I probably could have hunted the colour out on the car, but the whole car's been painted anyway, so as long as it's a good match to what's there, we're happy. You can see there anyway. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, that. Actually, looks fantastic, that.
That is good, like, isn't it?
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, it's good, that, like.
Tipping it everywhere.
Yeah.
There we go. So
that's good, that.
I'll put the lid back on. 3 litres of paint, Dan?
Sorry?
You get 3 litres of paint?
Yes, 3 litres of the red paint.
And you get 1.5 litre of the...
Yeah.
We've got too much really, but we just thought we'd have plenty. We've got 1 litre...
If I would have too much, it's not plenty.
We've got 3 litres of paint and we've got 1.5 litres of the hardeners, 3 tubs there. It's 2 to 1 mix, so
Yeah.
got that. Got some more epoxy primer because we ran out of the epoxy primer, which we'll put a coat on after we're finished with the filler. More thinners and some stone chip for the side, obviously the stone chip for the side, so, and a mask. So yeah, so where we're at the minute, where we're at the minute is obviously it's all in filler primer. Put the 5 coats on, so we're going to spend a bit of time just rubbing this up now, just refining it. The filler primer is really thick, so you can get rid of any sort of like little. I'll try and get you a little shot. You can see in the body, so it looks really good. The lines are really nice in it. Hard to tell on the camera, but the arches, everything's looking very nice. It just will have like a little few areas where you can sort of see where the paint there. See how it's showing a bit of a level of paint. But the filler primer will get rid of that. Another piece, another bit there, another bit there actually as well. So yeah, so those areas, a lot of that's a variation of light.
Not bad. I mean, all this was cut out.
Yeah.
This was all cut out, a new archway put in, and all welded up.
Yeah.
And it's all been toughed up after that, like, you know what I mean?
It hasn't been topped up like that.
That's
a horrible description. It's been fixed properly.
It's been fixed properly.
No bodging going on here.
Well, no budget.
No topping up.
Even in the back of this, in the back of all this, inside,
yeah,
it's all welded up.
Well, they've seen it all, you know.
Yeah.
You've seen it all in the films. If you haven't watched them, watch the MX-5 films. You've obviously seen the films. Anyway, so the next bit's just going to be rubbing this up, isn't it? We're going to use we'll probably use the DA. You'll see us use the DA. We're going to use like a soft interface pad on the DA, just because at this point we just want to use a finer grit and just, like I say, refine all those little edges. So we're going to do that.
So you want to knock the top off.
Exactly, not the top off. Make it nice.
Knock the top off and then get
smooth.
another primer paint on top of that.
Yeah, we'll probably put another coat of filler on top of that again, and then smooth that off again, just to make sure we're happy with all the lines. And then we'll put a coating of epoxy primer, and then the top coat, the colour will go on top of that. You'll see all this as it happens. Obviously, we'll film it.
It'll be the wet and dry for the top. Put the top coat on.
Yeah, that's true. We'll wet and dry it. 300 then 600 wet and dry on the epoxy primer, because that's a waterproof primer. We need to put the epoxy primer on top of this because this is porous. So once this is done, then we can put the epoxy primer on, which is waterproof, then wet and dry it in 300 and then 600, I think. And then top coat. But, and then all the other panels there, all the other panels are still to paint as well.
All the panels is to do.
All the boot lid, the bonnet, the doors, the bumpers,
Quite a lot
the back,
to do.
the rear trim.
Quite a lot to do.
We'll get this sort of done first, and then we can kind of put the roof and everything back onto this then. And then the panels, when we'll paint them, when they're finished painting, we're not storing them, we can put them straight back on the car when they're painted then.
That's it. But you look brand new.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I know, absolutely hope so. Right then, so we're just going to give it our last coat of filler primer, hopefully the last coat. We've just refined everything we want to do with the filler primer we've got, as you've seen, just sanded everything back, taking away any of those little edges and little skim of filler here and there. And now we're just getting ourselves ready to put another coat on. So we're going to give it a quick wax and grease first, remove all the areas. Don't think we're going to paint the whole area, we just need the 2 quarters painted. Actually everywhere apart from the door frames, I think, Dad, right?
Yeah, that's it. Around the rear quarters, back rear quarters and the windscreen.
Everywhere except the door frames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter about the door frame on this back end in here.
Wax and grease it all, and then
that's it.
We'll, so I'm going to put it on with a cloth. My dad's going to wipe it off just to dry it off. That's what you've got to do. Because we've had our hands all over it, so after this we don't want to put our hands anywhere near it, because you keep your oily hands off it. Otherwise you'll have problems with your paint. Should really wear gloves, really, but we'll be alright. We'll be alright, Dad.
We'll be right. It'll be right.
Keep your hands off it though.
Aye, I want to put my hand back on it now. Oh yeah, that's it.
Hold on.
That's it. Where's the paint? Get it on. Oh, let's have it on.
Get the paint on.
Get the paint on. Let's see it doing. Hurry up and get the paint on. Get the bar up.
Second coat. Yep. There you go, fantastic. That's come out absolutely lovely. I've had a couple of shots in here, just close-ups, but it was well worth doing that block sanding as you've seen us doing the time lapse there, where you saw put a little bit of guide coat on just to refine it, and it looks absolutely spot on. Looks great, really pleased with it. For a little bit of a novice job in my garage, DIY, it's absolutely brilliant. A bit of muck in it, but obviously, you know, to be expected. I'm not in a spray booth with extraction and everything. We'll do a bit better job when we put the top coat on. But yeah, I'm going to show you a bit of a close-up.
Yes.
Right then, so update time. So we're gonna take all the masking tape. I think what we're gonna do is get it outside because it's ready now for wet and dry. And then so we're kind of got everything. I think we're finished now with ready for putting the paint on. But
I would say so. Just want it wet and dry now, then get the top coat on, get the red paint on it.
So the plan today is just we're gonna take all the old masking tape off us, strip it off, put it back down the ground. We'll get it outside. We'll wet and dry it outside. We'll get it outside to wet and dry it. A couple of little areas we'll put a little bit of filler on the back, which we missed off. So
just a little bit there,
couple little bits there, not much. Yeah, a couple of bits. And there's a couple of little scratches we've seen in the bodywork just shown through the paint. So we've got some 1K.
I think myself like them scratches probably wet and dry out like.
Yeah, some of them
they'll probably come out with wet and dry. But if they don't, we've got some stuff for to put on and.
Well, that one won't over the other side.
No, that one's a bit.
That one won't come out. There's a one over the other side. There's a one on down here. But
yeah,
just got a little bit of 1K stopper. It just goes straight on. We'll do that. We're going to do that. I think we'll get it outside. Maybe give you a little quick walk around and see what it looks like. It's come out really well. The arches have come out great.
Lovely, them.
Come out really good. I don't know if I fitted it in, but I spent quite a bit of time block sanding it with the big Dura block. The kit, I agree, those are absolutely fantastic. Anyway, we'll get it outside, and then hopefully this weekend the plan is that we're going to be able to get it painted in the red. I'll get this section of primer to get it all in red, but before we do that we've got to build a spray booth in here.
Yeah.
So
hopefully we get the spray booth built, we'll get this rubbed down for us. There's not a lot to paint on this really, just around this back end and around the door.
So what we'll do is we'll show you the spray booth being built. That'll be done hopefully tomorrow. We'll get on with that tomorrow. Yeah. We're just waiting on a bit of timber getting delivered because we're going to build it up in here and then clad it all in the plastic. And we've got a new extractor fan, which I'll stick a shot in. You'll see that. Good, just get a bit better set up to put the red paint on.
At the minute we'll try and get her outside now and let's have a rub down.
Yeah.
Let's
we'll do that.
Dry down, ready for the paint.
We'll get it outside. Right, crack on.
We'll crack on. nice. It looks good.
There we go.
It does, it looks good.
First time out in this fresh air, out in the light. Looks great. Ah, looks spot on that. Yeah, looks good that.
Get off.
Yeah. How are you doing?
That looks lovely.
Yes, nice to see it out in the fresh, out in the light just here. I'll give it a bit of a blow over. Like I see, I'm giving it a wet and dry now anyway. And we'll tidy all the garage up, get it all nicely cleaned out and get it, take all that old sheet out that we had just for the primer. Give it a good blast out. And like I say, we've got some timber getting delivered, which we're going to use for building the spray booth in there. Some lats, we're just kind of using, they're not roofing lats, but they're similar to roofing lats, and we're going to kind of make a bit of a framework. We've got a big extractor fan, we just picked that up yesterday on there. We'll be able to rig that up so it actually works on the front of the spray booth we'll build. We'll be able to set it on the front, it'll suck the overspray straight out. The opposite side, what we'll do is I've ordered 2 metre square sections of the spray booth filter material, so I'll be able to make a couple of frames in the back, so hopefully I'm hoping that there'll be enough that the suction from the fan, there's enough air coming in through the 2 metre square sections of filter material. You'll see it anyways, we'll build it. But, there we go. Anyway, we'll crack on with this and get a bit wet and dry and do, and get that ready for paint for tomorrow. Right, that'll be alright.
I think I'm sound, yes.
Crack on, eh? Crack on.
Definitely. We'll crack on and get things sorted out now.
Brilliant. Bit of 320. Let's start 320 the whole car now. Sound on. Right, and there we go. So we'll round the whole car in 320. Wet sanded it all, wet and dried it all, wet sanded it all the way around in 320. So now we're going to go round with 600 grit round the whole car again, and that'll get it to the point where it's actually ready then for paint to go on. Then all we need to do then is just clean the car off, obviously, and then we'll go around with the wax and grease remover, wax and grease the whole car as we did. I'll go around with the cloth and clean it with the wax and grease, and then my dad will dry it off behind us as I'm going round, not forgetting to dry the panels off, and then also then we'll just give the car a quick blow off and then tack rag it. And that's about it. So I'll get this 600 done. Let's get the 600 done. So that'll give us a lovely clean smooth surface, getting rid of all the scratches from the sharper paper we've used, ready for the top coat of the red paint to go on, and then we'll have a nice smooth finish with the red paint. And then obviously after we've got the red paint on, we'll be then going over that and colour sanding it, which will be after the paint's dried off. Anyway, we'll crack on with this 600 all over. Right then, we've been grafting away here, so that's it all rubbed up in, as you've seen, all rubbed up in 320 and then 600 around the whole body, and we've now just masked up the bottom areas which we've seen, just to put the stone chip on. So we'll leave it overnight then, so the stone chip can dry, so then we can paint over the top of that. So just mask the areas up, try to get a nice straight line. So we're just gonna, my dad's shaking the stone chip bottle off and then we're just gonna have a little trial run on the back of the old wing, just to get a, try and work out a good texture, just depending on how close the gun is and that sort of thing, and whether we need to add any thinners to it, just to get a nice texture before we blast it all on the sills. But it's come up lovely though. The body's fantastic in it. It's come up really nice.
Lovely, it's come up lovely.
It's we've rubbed through
the back wings has come lovely shape and everything on the
perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
Well, you know, perfect for us. It is really good. It is good. We've rubbed through a couple of little places to the fillet primer, but I think we'll be all right. Just a couple of little places you can see on the back arch there as well. But we'll be all right. Yeah, the arches are looking great. You've seen enough of that, I'm sure. They're great. That's spot on. So yes, we're going to stick this on and then put it back inside, and that'll be it for tonight. And then tomorrow we'll be cracking on with getting the spray booth put together and the red paint will go on tomorrow, which is very exciting. Crack on and use with this. We'll put this on. We'll show you the stone chip going on. There we go. Stone chip. There we go. So it just comes on with the shuts gun. I'm just going to give it a little trial run on that panel behind me, Dad, as I was saying. See how it looks. Should do it, Dad. Let's see how it looks on there. There you go. That distance, do you think? See what it looks like there?
Okay.
Yeah. That looks alright.
Yeah.
It looks alright.
It's white, no?
Well, grey.
Like grey colour?
It's grey, that's great. Yeah, that's actually, so I'll go about that distance. If I'm too far, I'll try further away and see what happens. See the texture there. Yeah. Let's go a bit further away and see what happens. Yeah, no good. A bit closer, I think I want to be closer. Exciting with a stone chip, that's all. But what I'll do is we'll paint on top of that now the colour of the car. I'm going to paint the car red all the way at the bottom. A lot of these MX-5s are all painted with black, but we'll paint red. Let's lay it off now. Anyway, there we go. You've seen enough. We'll just we'll whip that off and we'll get the car put up again. That'll do. Right, well there we go. So that's a huge amount of work done, and as you've seen in that episode there, so we've got all the car ready now for more or less painting, and we're about at that point. Yeah. We'll kind of stop. Yeah. Can't wait to put the paint on. Yeah. Which is good.
It's really good. It's really good. But you're going to get excited what you're going to see next.
Aye.
We're going to build our own spray booth.
We are.
In Wickham.
Absolutely.
And it'll be fantastic, so you don't want to miss it. It'll be fantastic when we're finished. We've got it all up here how we're going to do it.
It's quick DIY, but we're going to have extraction, it'll have filters coming in, and we're going to have a door going into us, portholes in it. Something much better than what you've seen we've been working with up to this point. So we're going to show you all that in the next episode. You'll see how we'll put all that together.
That's it.
And we're excited about showing it to you. So which hopefully you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it, all right. You will.
As you can see, we're outside in typical British weather underneath our gazebo. We've got the car covered up behind us, and that's because it's actually quite well ahead, actually, where it's actually already painted. So you haven't seen it. I know a lot of our patrons who will probably be watching this will have already seen that, so it's actually, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. I'll have
a peek of this.
Have a little sneak peek of what it looks like. What's coming up?
Just going to get a little peek of it.
Just a little one. Just a little one. There we go. That's enough. That's
what do you reckon? What do you reckon?
That's enough. Yeah. Anyway, a huge thanks to our patrons who follow us. Obviously, thank everyone who's joined us on Patreon. And if you haven't already, take a look at Patreon, because like I say, there's a lot of this is already on Patreon. What we've done, we've already explained the spray booth, shown that, and some other little projects which are behind the scenes, which we're doing as well. So take a look on Patreon.
The patrons have seen it and all them.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. So
take
a look at that. Yeah. So obviously, we really appreciate everyone's support who's joined us on Patreon. That's absolutely fantastic. Really
brilliant.
Yeah. And also, thank you very much. Just to mention, I was going to say there's a couple of really good comments on the last one. If you're watching the video, take a look at the comments, because there was a couple of really good comments, a lot of good comments on the painting process from some really good, experienced painters who've done it for decades, who really know that stuff. Give us some really good, comprehensive and informative sort of comments and how to follow the process of painting. There was a couple of guys. There was one from Bob. I'm going to find out for the name in 2 seconds.
He'll find out for you.
Bob Frankish, that's who it was. Bob Frankish, and also John Davey. They're both experienced painters. So the comments are great for that. Really helps out. I appreciate the comments. Anybody else wants to comment?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely comment along. Tell us what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. Really appreciate it. Absolutely, yeah. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It's really good.
Right, and don't forget to press that button. Press the button on that.
Thumbs up. Press that button. Press that button.
Brilliant.
Thumbs up button there.
Yep.
Yeah. As many as we can possibly get. It's absolutely fantastic. Anyway, that's enough of us chatting. We'll see you on the next one anyway. Take care, everyone.
Bye now.